Hello, today I'm going to show you an awesome unboxing video by me for you. Today let me introduce you the awesome Apple iPhone 13 Pro, baby. Oh, so pro that it is. It's a dramatically more powerful camera system. A display so responsive, every interaction feels new again. The world's fastest smartphone chip, exceptional durability, and a huge leap in battery life. Whoa, that's awesome. I bought here the iPhone 13 Pro in 6.1 inches. It's all available in 6.7 inches too. You can buy it in graphite, in gold, silver, and Sierra blue. This here is a graphite one, and it looks really nice with surgical grade stainless steel frame and a ceramic shield touchier than any smartphone glass out there. Oh, industry leading IP68 water resistance. This Pro camera system gets its biggest upgrade ever, with next level hardware that captures so much more detail, super intelligent software for new photo and filmmaking techniques, and a mind-blowingly fast chip that makes it all possible. It will change the way we shoot. What macro photography comes to the iPhone with its redesigned lens and powerful autofocus system. The new ultra-wide camera can focus at just 2 centimeters, making even the smallest details seem epic. Transform a leaf into an abstract art, capture a caterpillar's fur, a Magnify a dewdrop. The beauty of a tiny awaits us. And macro video? Anyone. Macro stills are just the beginning. We can also shoot macro videos, including slow motion and time-lapse. Prepare to be mesmerized. And we bring on the night. The iPhone 13 Pro was made for low light. The wide camera adds a wider aperture and the largest sensor yet, and it leverages the LiDAR Scanner for night mode portraits. Ultra wide gets a wider aperture, a faster sensor, and an all-new autofocus. And Telephoto now has night mode too. The wide camera captures up to 2.2 times more light for better photos and videos. And the ultra-wide camera captures 92% more light for a better photo and videos. Night mode now on every cam. Sharper, more detailed photos and videos in any light. More zoom, boom, boom. Here you can see it. It's really awesome to zoom in with that camera system. The new telephoto camera features a 77mm focal lens and a 3x optical zoom. Great for classic portraits or shooting clearer photos and videos from far away. For closer subjects, try the portrait mode, where we can dial in the bokeh and experiment with the studio quality lighting effects. We have 3x optical zoom on telephoto for closer close-ups and 6x optical zoom range across the system for more framing options than ever. We shift the focus up the drama, presenting cinematic mode. That's awesome. Now the iPhone can shoot with a shallow depth of field and automatically add elegant focus transitions between subjects. Cinematic mode can also anticipate when a prominent new subject is about to enter the frame and brings them into a focus. When they do, for far more creative storytelling, we have the option to change the focus or adjust the level of bokeh even after capture. There is an awesome new thing to get awesome videos. The only smartphone that lets us edit the depth effect after we shoot. We shoot the wide telephoto or true depth camera in cinematic mode. Cinematic mode supports Dolby Vision HDR. And we can customize our camera to look in our look, baby. The photographic styles apply as preferred tone and warmth settings to our photos. But unlike filters, they keep things like sky and skin tones natural. It's choose an Apple design present, a vibrant rich contrast, warm or cool, and if we want, fine-tune it even further. We set our style once to get the look we love every time. That's really good. For example, tone. Increase for brighter, more vivid colors. Decrease for stronger shadows and contrast. Or warmth. Increase to enhance the golden undertones. Decrease to bring in more blue undertones. We shoot it, we cut it, we shape it, all in ProRes. The high color fidelity and low compression of ProRes let us record, edit and deliver broadcast-ready content on the go. Now we can complete a project in ProRes entirely on our phone, or easily bring ProRes video from our phone into Final Cut Pro on our Mac. This will come soon. The first smartphone to provide an end-to-end Pro workflow, allowing us to record and edit in ProRes or Dolby Vision. Tons of tech behind every shot. Smart HDR4 optimized each part of the scene. Harnessing the machine learning power of the neural engine, the Smart HDR4 now makes unique adjustments for multiple people in a scene. The software and the ISP automatically refine contrast, lighting and skin tones for each person, so everyone always looks amazing. And we have a deep fusion analyze every pixel from multiple exposures for mid to low light shots. The deep fusion kicks in. It's using the neural engine to perform a pixel by pixel analysis of various exposures and fusing the best parts into our final image. It delivers extraordinary detail, bringing out even the subtlest textures in our photos. And a snapshot for each camera. For example, the Telephoto cam, 77mm low focal length, 3 times optical zoom, 2.8 aperture, a focus pixel and a 6 elements lens and OIS. Then we have the ultra wide, a 13mm focal length with an 1.8 aperture, a faster sensor, a focus pixels and a 6 element lens too. A wide, 26mm focal lens, 1.9 micrometer pixels, 1.5 aperture and 100% focus pixels, 7 element lens sensor shift and OIS. This is the 3 most powerful cameras ever. The true depth camera system is so total pro too, with cinematic mode, photographic styles, ProRes video recording, Dolby Vision HDR recording, portrait mode, night mode selfie, Smart HDR4 and deep fusion, and more and more and more. We do no wonder our selfies look so good, because of the A15 Bionic, and the true depth camera also power the Face ID, the most secure facial authentication in a smartphone. And up to 1 terabyte of storage, plenty, for all those photos and videos. And hello promotion! We can meet the 120 Hz adaptive refresh display that changed the game. The new Super Retina HDR display with ProMotion can refresh from 10 to 120 times per second, and all kinds of frame rates in between. It intelligently ramps up when we need exceptional graphic performance, and ramps down to save power when we don't. It even accelerates and decelerates naturally to match the speed of our fingers as we scroll. They have never felt anything like this. The iOS15 is optimized for promotion, so the things we do every day feel phenomenally fluid. And we can up our games. The display's ability to refresh up to 120 Hz, combined with the amazing graphic performance of the new 5-core GPU on the A15 Bionic, makes the iPhone 13 Pro perfect for power gamers. And it's up to 25% brighter outdoors for content that looks even more vivid in sunlight. Custom OLED technology. This pushes the display incredibly resolution and color right to the edge, and up to 1200 nits, the peak brightness for our HDR photos and videos. Even more display area thanks to a smaller true depth camera system and incredible color fidelity. This makes all our content look true to life. Striking contrast and resolution, we create true blacks, bright whites, sharp details, and crisp textures with that iPhone 13 Pro. And the battery will love ProMotion. Running a display that refreshes 100 times every single second requires a ton of power, but we do not really need all that speed all the time. One way to be more efficient is to set the standard frame rates for different types of content. Say 10 frames for a book and 120 for a game. The problem with this approach is that the frame rates are always changing. If the game drops to 30 for a menu screen while the display is set at 120, we end up using precious battery life without seeing any benefit from the higher frame rate. For Apple, power is far too important to waste on empty frames. So they set out to design a more intelligent solution, one that can adapt to ever-changing refresh rates. With ProMotion, there are no settings. Refresh rates are tied to whatever is happening on the screen. If our game drops to 30 frames, ProMotion clips to 30 frames too. If we are watching a video that was filmed at 24 frames, it plays it at 24 frames. All of this saves power. ProMotion makes it feel like we are reaching right through the screen and touching the code. They also considered the way our finger speeds up and slow down as we scroll, swipe, or pinch. The speed of our fingers now drives the speed of each gesture. iOS 15 is full of moments where 120 Hz makes the interface feel glued to our fingers. It's just so fast, but even the ProMotion only uses 120 Hz at the precise moment we will feel the impact. It would have been much easier to put a 120 Hz iPhone in our hand without worrying about the battery life, but that's not the Apple way. They want to deliver fast frame rates when we need them and preserve battery life when we don't. And with the A15, we have pure power. The A15 Bionic is the world's fastest smartphone chip. All new 5-core GPU, graphic processing unit, delivers up to 50% faster graphics performance than any other smartphone chip on the market. A new CPU, central processing unit performance and efficiency scores. The power through complex tasks and preserves battery life. Superfast neural engine performs up to 15.8 trillion operations per second, enabling cinematic mode, smart HDR4 and more. And advanced ISP. This takes noise reduction and tone mapping to the next level. And a secure enclave. This protects personal information like our Face ID data, contacts and more. And on device processing, we keep things like Siri request and interaction with live text private. The years after years, the iPhone silicon push, the idea of what's possible with smartphones. A big reason why is that they build long-term product roadmaps and brings the teams together in ways no other company can. Deep integrations between the teams allows Apple to deliver features we can find on any other smartphone. That's how they deliver features like promotion, which have to be planned years in advance. Their chip team fully understood the needs to the display hardware, display software and operation system teams and took them into account for A15 Bionic. For example, they overhauled the display engine to support variable frame rates, then designed a system so promotion could capture the incredible graphics performance and efficiency potential of the new 5-core GPU. In turn, the display software and the iOS teams decided where all that speed would make the biggest impact and where they could optimize refresh rates to use a lot less power. What's truly unique about Apple is that they don't just start with a super fast chip and build features around it. Instead, they start with an idea about a great experience they do like us to have. And then all the work together to bring it to life. And we have here the best battery life ever on iPhone. If you choose the Max, the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it comes up to 2.5 hours of more hours battery life. In this case, it's an iPhone 13 Pro, and this comes up to 1.5 more hours of battery life. We can add a MagSafe charger for fast wireless charging. And no one does 5G like iPhone. The world is quickly moving to 5G. Streaming, downloading, everything happens so much faster. 5G is even fast enough for serious multiplayer gaming, sharing AR videos and more. With Smart Data Mode, the iPhone will downshift automatically to save power when we don't need all that speed. More 5G bands for 5G speed and more places are available. In touch in the moment, the iOS15 lets us keep the conversation going while sharing movies, music or whatever on our screen right in the FaceTime. Stay in the zone by filtering out any notifications that aren't relevant to the task at hand. And interact with text in images to quickly send emails, make calls, get directions and more. And in a smartphone like this, privacy is built in. The iPhone helps put us in control of our personal information. For example, privacy nutrient labels help us see how apps use that data. The apps need our permission to track our activity across the company's apps or websites, and that's just for starters. And naturally, good designs in good for the planet. The stores, the office, the data centers, and the operations are already carbon neutral. By 2030, the products and the carbon footprint from using them will be too. This year, they eliminated the plastic wrap around the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro boxes. This saved 600 metric tons of plastic. And they established finally assembly sites now send zero waste to landfills. And multiple the magic. Everything we love about our iPhone gets even better when we use it with Mac, iPad or Apple Watch. It all just works together seamlessly. Answer a call on the whatever is closer at hand. Take a photo on our iPhone and watch it instantly appears on our Mac. And see all our text all the time on all our devices easily. Of course, we can use AirTags on it, AirPods on it, and MagSafe is 100% compatible. And this brand new, awesome, and really good iPhone 13 Pro makes a really nice job because it comes with a super crash, super derp, super awesome hardware. The outside looks beautiful, like every iPhone. You can buy it in graphite, gold, silver, Sierra Blau, ceramic shield front, texture matte glass back, and stainless steel design. The capacity which is available, in this case it's a 1 terabyte version, but you can too choose 128 gigabyte or 256 gigabyte or 512 gigabyte. The height is 5.78 inches. The width is 2.82 inches. The depth is 0.3 inches. So you can see it's a good iPhone size. We have Super Retina HDR display with ProMotion 6.1 inches, diagonal all-screen OLED display, 2532 by 1170 pixel resolution at 460 ppi, and a ProMotion technology with adaptive refresh rate up to 120 Hz. HDR display, true tone, white color, haptic touch, 2:1 contrast ratio, 1000 nits maximum brightness typical, and 1200 nits maximum brightness in HDR. Fingerprint resistant oleophobic coating, support for display of multiple languages and characters simultaneously. It's splash water and dust resistant, rated IP68, maximum depth of 6 meters up to 30 minutes, and the A15 Bionic chip. A nice camera system, good video recording, true depth camera, everything with Face ID, Apple Pay, everything is possible. With this nice and awesome iPhone 13 Pro. The Pro stands for professional like us out there. Oh yeah, nice. If we are going to set up the iOS 15 really good, let's perform this now. How it works is, the first step is to get to that point here, is to press the right button. This is the power button, only a little bit. And then the iPhone will boot immediately. It costs only 20 seconds or 10 seconds, I think. Then you can see it will give you information about hello, blah, 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 blah. Then you swipe up to open it. And then it's time to choose your country and your language. Let's choose English, and here we are in Germany, so we choose Germany. If you are in another country, you can choose another location too. Now it's possible to use the quick start. The quick start is really awesome because the quick start brings our iPhone or iPad near this iPhone, this new iPhone, to sign in, okay? And then after this, it will set up automatically. I have to confirm this on both, okay? This is really awesome, but we are going to make a setup manually. Now, written and spoken languages. Preferences languages are English, keyboard is English UK, for example. You can choose what you like. That means customized setup. No? You can choose and go to the next point. The next point is choose a Wi-Fi network. It is really important to choose a Wi-Fi network, because this phone, which we are going to set up now, needs a corresponding with Apple via the internet. If you do not have the Wi-Fi network, you can use iTunes plus your personal computer or your iMac and a cable connection. So now we dock into our Wi-Fi network. For this we need a password for it. If you do not have the password, ask your admin or have a look underneath the router, because often there is the password signed. Okay, password, and then we can continue this thread here. After we entered our password, you can go to join. And now we are joining the Wi-Fi network at home. That's good. And now we go to next step. This may take a few minutes to activate our iPhone. Maybe you have a good internet connection. This will be a nearly prompt thing. But if you do not have fast internet connectivity, then you can see it's unable to activate. In this case, you have to try again, and check your internet connection, and then it will to continue this thread here. Okay, try again, go. Oh. So here we are. Now it matches. Now the next step is data and privacy.
This icon here appears when an Apple feature asks to use our personal information. We won't see this with every feature since Apple collects this information only when needed to enable the features, secure our services, or personalize our experience. You can learn more from it or you can keep continue. Now, the next step is the iPhone can recognize the unique three-dimensional feature of our face to unlock automatically, use Apple Pay, make purchases, or subscribe to services from Apple itself. So I think it's really good and a good thing to unlock your phone and use your phone by using Face ID. How it will be performing. Let's try this. We're going to continue, and now you can see we can start it. First, we position our face in the camera frame. Then we move the head in a circle around it. So let's perform this. Here we are. I'm in the center. Now I'm rotating a little bit. Yeah. First step. Done. Level number 2. Do as well. Good job, man. Oh yeah, that it is. Now we have a Face ID. We are set up now. Good job. Now we need a passcode for this iPhone. It's not the passcode which you're going to use with your Apple ID, okay? This is a different passcode. This here is the unique passcode for your iPhone. And do not use this passcode like me. It's not safe enough. It's only for demonstration. You are choose an passcode which only you knows. And it's not the same as the Apple ID. Now we can see, we choose how we want to transfer apps and data to this phone. If we have another iPhone or another Apple device, we can transfer these data from iCloud. We store from iCloud. We store from a Mac or a personal computer. You transfer directly from a phone. Or we move the data from Android. And we do not transfer apps to data. This is mine here. I will show you a clear reinstall. Now the next step is Apple ID. Apple ID is the important thing to enter into the Apple universe. We sign in with our Apple ID to use iCloud, the App Store, and other Apple services. If you do not have an Apple ID, you can make a new one. It is for free and it will give you the right to enter into the entire Apple family services. This is for free, okay? So now we are entering our Apple ID or we are going to make a new of it. For this, if you have one, you will need an Apple ID, an email address, plus your Apple ID passcode or password. And if you do not have this, you can create a new one. Now, here, you forgot password or do not have an Apple ID, you can choose a new one. For this, you will need an email address, and of course, you have to get a passcode, a password, which only you knows into it, and then you can continue at this point here. Apple ID plus password. After we enter the passcode and of course the Apple ID, the next step is terms and conditions. Read all these terms and conditions, and after you read all of them, you can agree them. If you disagree, you cannot use that phone. So agree it or disagree and send it back to Apple. It may take a few minutes to set up our Apple ID. Now the next step is keep our iPhone up to date. We get the latest features, security and improvements by updating the iOS automatically. Of course, that's good. Then the location services. We can disable the location services, but if we are disable it, we cannot use so much services from Apple and all the entire Apple apps, of course. Location services allows maps and other apps and services like Find My to gather and use data indicating so our approximate location. So I think we will need it. Enable it if you like. If you disagree, okay, then you can disable it, but then you cannot navigate by using your iPhone, for example. That's not good. Or so you have to choose. Next step, please. Next step, please. The internet. So next step is Apple Pay. We can add a credit, a debit, or a store card to Apple Pay to make secure payment in apps, on the web, and in shops using near-field communication. I will set up this later. You have to enter your Visa or Master or other card into it, information, and then you can pay by using that app or by using that iPhone. And if you have an Apple Watch, you can pay with that too. Now it comes in information, it's screen time. We get a weekly report with insights about our screen time and set time limits to apps we want to manage. We can also use screen time for children's devices and set up parental controls. If we like, we can set up this. And now iPhone Analytics. It helps Apple improve its product and services by allowing analytics of usage data from our phone. We can change our decision later in settings, no problem. We can share or do not share as we like. Share with Apple. Then App Analytics. It is nearly the same like before, but here for the entire developers. It helps the app developers improves their apps by choosing a share app activity and crash data with them through. So you can choose share or do not share. The next step is appearance. We select a light or a dark appearance and see how the iPhone adjusts depending on which one we choose. I like this really much. If you like this more, but I do not like this frame while the frame is black, okay? And the screen is white. And if I choose dark, I cannot see the frame. That's good. And I like this design. So continue. Now we can choose display zoom. We choose how we would like to view the iPhone. Zoom shows larger text and controls. Standard fits more on screen. We can change this anytime in settings. So standard or zoomed, you can choose as your own. And then it means welcome to the iPhone. And here we are. Now we are in the iOS 15 and we can navigate by swiping our fingers easily. But what is that? I don't know. This I never see before. Okay, to swipe from the left side, you can see here content, which is syncing in the back. That means it costs a little time. You can see the battery status of your battery. And if you have an Apple Watch, this will sign in here too, and earpods as well. Then you can see here, you can edit this for choose another widgets on this area. If you swipe them, done. And if you swipe to the right side, you can choose the app library. The app library, you can see all apps which are installed on this phone. And then you can see here the entire bunch of the first apps which are installed here is FaceTime, Calendar, Photos, Cameras, Emails, Notes as well, Wallet, Health, Maps, Weather, Find My, and you can choose them to make your life better. Of course, you can make a telephone call with that device too. Internet, SMS or messages, and your music. If you are in this smartphone setup here, we can go to setup and then we can go, I do that. You can do it, you do not have to. Display and brightness, and I like the brightness level really high. I think it's better. And here the auto locks I will never, okay? Because I am here the big boss of this iPhone, so I can make it off or on again. what is it? Witches? Why are witches here in the center? We can remove these witches. I do not need these witches. Okay, now it is better. I think it looks better. So the next thing is how to navigate, how to use. Let's go to camera. We have to allow this, of course. If you like to allow, do not allow this. Okay, you cannot make an GPS area tracking of it. So now we can choose our style, our photographic style. This is the standard one. If we swipe, then it's bright contrast style. This is the rich contrast, or a vibrant. Or we can choose warm, but the skin is not changing. This is really good. And the cool style. You can choose your style and then make it to standard. And then we can see here, here is the camera system. Here, for example, there's an Apple logo. We have different types of possibilities here. So first thing is we can make this styler or this styler. Oh yeah, that's an awesome styler. We can make time-lapse videos. This makes time, a long time, will make video in a short time. Then we can make slow motion. This is the opposite thing. This makes a fast thing slow because of a high frame rate. Then we have cinematic. Cinematic is really good because cinematic will add a beautiful shadow depth of field and focus transitions to our video automatically. And here we can see how it works. Let's have a look here. Here we have two things. Now I'm pushing here on the first object. The other is not so in focus. Let's swipe to the other one. Now this is in focus and this is not in focus. This is a really good thing for video makers out there. Really, really. Then we have a standard video way, and of course we can zoom in and zoom out. This is zoom out, this is the standard way, and this is zoom in. And then on this smartphone, we can go really, really close. Here you can see that that is really close. And this I like really much. This is awesome it's only 2 centimeters away. Wow, that's awesome. Of course, we can perform this by using our hand gesture. So we can now zoom in and zoom out with it, no problem. Of course, we can use it in another style. Here, have a look. We can go out, we can choose the flash here, flash on or automatic or off. We can control the frame rate, 60 frames or 30 frames. And we can control HD resolution, we can control 4K resolution. Nice, isn't it? We can go here to swipe in and out, zoom in and zoom out easily. That's really awesome. These are only a little bunch of video stuff we can make here. Then we have a photo. The photo app is the same. You can zoom out, you can zoom super in and medium. It's the same here. You can choose 4:3. Live photos on or off. I choose off because I dislike the live photos. The flash as well. You can go to other options too. Now it comes to portrait mode. A portrait mode is if you have a portrait of you in front of you, you can make a nice and good portrait of it. Then you can choose studio light, or you can choose contour light, or you can choose stage light. You can choose stage light mono and high key. Then there is a panorama. We move the iPhone continuously when taking a panorama. And all this thing we can make at the other side with this button here. Now we rotate it, as you can see. That's awesome. Now this is the face camera here. And here's the same time-lapse function, slow motion function. And of course in this setup is in cinematic thing too. So here you can see now my camera is in focus. Now I am in focus. The camera is in focus again. Me is in camera focus. So you can make a video on it and photograph and portrait. And you can see these are the different portrait options. Yeah, stage light mono, baby. Stage light. Your contour light. Oh, studio light. And here, this is natural. And the panorama is only the other cam. So, oh, you saw here. Next thing is go to photos, for example. We choose a different kind of apps now to make a clear view how it works. To go back to the home menu, swipe up, you are at the main menu. If you like to fast travel to any open to another open app in the back, you swipe upward and hold a little bit, then remove. And then you can choose here your app which you prefer. For example, go to camera, swipe up, go to clock. Swipe up, go to settings. And if you like to delete them, not delete from the iPhone, but delete from the running process, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. Now they are closed. Then it's possible to navigate to the internet, to make a phone call. Everything is possible here with that small and awesome device. It's a really awesome device because it is a really good camera system built in. This is the awesome iPhone 13 Pro. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe me and give me a positive feedback, and I hope to see you again on my channel soon.